Evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to this edition of the Male Voice. We're going to talk, we're going to chill, we're going to laugh, we're going to do all the other good stuff and all of that good stuff. Yeah. Before we get started, you know the views and opinions of this broadcast it's merely that and should not be taken as professional advice. We encourage you to speak with legal, professional, vetted help. But if you listen to what I say, you're going to be all right.
Right.
That's what I think.
That's what
okay.
I think too.
First things first. And I got to ask you because we've been messing around. Can you hear me? That's the first question. Can you hear me? Because as you can see, we're on a different set and things are a little new. And I forgot what I did last time. So I just need to know, can you hear me? Yes. Hey, Sandra. Thank you. Yes. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Sandra. Oh, Catherine, y'all back to back. Okay, good.
We good.
So you memorized it right. You were correct. That's what we did. That what you said.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
So we good.
Hold on. First of all, go back to what you were saying. Tell me.
No. You were right. You were right. You were right.
Now you're right.
You were right. You were right this time. So check it out. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. It's going to be a great show. You want to get your pen and pad out just to remember some of this stuff because you're going to want to talk about it more and more. I don't know if we can fit it all into 1 hour, but we're going to try to fit it all into 1 hour. And Blue Chocolate is running. He's running here. He's going to have to get on set and get set up and just make it do what it do. However, to my left, used to be to my right. It used to be on my left. Okay, to my left.
Always.
None other than the illustrious stage play, acting, movie appearing, everything. You name it, entertainment is him himself, Mr. Entertainment himself, DC, the comedian.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Tonight, I have my legs crossed because when you sit on the couch and you cross your legs, it makes you feel grown.
Oh.
So I feel grown, like an old man or like an adult or like somebody daddy or I got something to say. So I cross my leg, but I might take this leg off and put it down if we start falling asleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Folks, check us out. Send us your questions and your comments to tmvtalk@gmail.com. Remember, I don't know why the screen did that, but let me figure it out. tmvtalk@gmail.com. You can send your comments, questions, all that stuff. Why did I just switch like that? I didn't tell you to switch. However, I don't know how to get started at. We got so much. I mean, just so much.
Just jump into it. Like you say, dive right into it.
It's just so.
Just dive into it.
Just
hit it with the good stuff. Off the muscle.
It's always good. So I mean, it's like,
it is.
It's always, I don't know. Okay. We'll start tonight with what relationships or what type of relationships are off limits. Off limits. You're not supposed to be doing that. It's not none of your business. Get away from it. What's going on, Otha, in this thing? But what's off limits? Let me tell you why that question came up.
Yeah, please do, because you got me confused. What relationships off limits?
Off limits. You don't think any relationships are off limits?
Same sex relationship? That's off limits to me.
To me. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying to me.
To you.
Okay. That's what you're talking about?
No, not necessarily. I mean,
swinger relationship. Explain what you're talking about, Doc.
I mean, you people swing all the time. They don't make it off limits,
So, but you just asked what relationship is off limits to you.
Okay, I did.
Oh, you did say that.
I did.
I'm not swinging, and I'm not.
Like Sandra said, cousins are off limits. I agree with you, Sandra.
Hold on.
Hold on, my foot. Hold on. No.
It depends on how far down cousin are you. Fifth cousin ain't your cousin.
Well, I mean, if you call her cousin, that's your cousin.
No, if she's fifth cousin, I don't know it.
Okay. But what happens when you find out that's your cousin?
And is she the fifth?
Fifth cousin, like you see servers all the time. People have babies together and find out they're not related, and then they go to the family reunion. Everybody talking about, hey cousin, and find out that's your cousin.
But if you go to family reunion and find your cousin, that's your cousin, then I think it after the fifth you good. First and second, no.
After the fifth, you good.
After the fifth, you good. Fifth cousin, you don't know. You ain't seen her. You just met. You been knowing her. Y'all been dating. You just found out your fifth cousin. I think you good. I'm going fifth cousin. Fifth.
Okay, fifth
going
cousin.
To fifth. Going to the fifth.
I don't know why I keep. I tell you what. I know how to switch it. I know how to get it. Hold on.
So what you think?
I think if we're talking cousins, they off limits. And I got some bad cousins, but they off limits. This off limits. I mean, you got to draw the line somewhere. No. I don't care if you're 12. If I find out you're my cousin,
that's not a cousin.
What
if you found out today? What if you found today that your wife was your 12th cousin that y'all didn't know, but you found your 12th cousin?
We're getting divorced.
Oh man,
you can't no cousin.
That's 12 cousins.
That's what them country people do in up north.
But believe me, we all might be kinfolk down the line somehow. All this stuff that happened there.
Yeah.
Hey, come on now. If you go back to stuff, we all might be kids somehow.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm going to fifth.
I don't like it, but I get what you're saying.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever. So I'm trying to make sure these cameras don't start doing that. So I want to talk about that, and I want to come back to that because that's one of my topics tonight.
Okay.
What's off limits? But let's talk about this real quick. This is off limits.
Girl, your beauty is a sensation. You send me a temptation. I never knew what your body from. Tell me what you get your body from. Tell me what you get your body from.
DC just asked the question, what is that? Okay. That is a young lady who put a G-string on her baby so they could take pictures and allow the baby, the little bitty baby, don't even know what they're doing, but the baby in a G-string dancing.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy?
That's ridiculous.
So what does that mean?
Child abuse.
Yeah, like Sandra said, what the hell? I mean, you got your parent. Just think about it. We're all age. We all have children. I don't have any grandchildren, but I have old enough to have grandchildren. But if you find out your daughter, and this is perfect, you got a daughter and granddaughter. Right. If you find out your granddaughter was in a G-string,
man, I'd be mad as I don't know what.
That your daughter put on her.
Man, that's crazy. I don't even want to see my daughter in no damn G-string. I don't want grandbaby in no damn G-string. Hell no.
Look, Otha says no Kevin Gates is on. Kevin Gates. Oh, yeah. I watched him today. I watched a video today that says he likes women to urinate in his mouth.
I like Kevin Gates.
I don't give a damn about to liking Kevin Gates. I'm talking about he said he likes women to urinate in his mouth. He thinks that's sexy.
But that's a sex fetish that goes on. It's
hell
people
no.
who like to get peed on, go to the shower, and people that like to
Nah,
doo-doo on you.
No.
It's all kind of crazy fetishes and stuff going on. I ain't gonna have nobody peeing on me. Speaking of peeing, I know this thing, and I told you earlier there about the girl who stabbed her boyfriend for peeing in the bed because they was drinking and whatever, and got arrested. She stabbed her boyfriend for peeing in the bed.
But he was drinking, so it couldn't hold it in his sleep. He probably thought he was at the toilet.
He probably did. So now we had so that was shot Breakfast Club. So they asked the people on the Breakfast Club when the last time you peed in the bed. So DJ Envy say 7 months ago. So they thought he was like 7 years ago. He said, "Well, I thought I was in the bathroom peeing in the urinal." So it was so funny because I don't think I would have said that on the thing. 7 months ago, I peed in the bed. Grown ass man peeing in the bed.
No, I'm not telling you. I'm not gonna do it. First of all,
yeah.
I mean, and maybe he just lost his. I don't know. He was drunk. He was drunk.
That guy was drunk. I don't think DJ Envy was drunk. I think DJ Envy just peed in the bed. He might have stand up and just piss out of it.
Oh no. Well, of course, Sandra comes through like she always do.
Always do.
Sandra says, "I was asked to pee on someone."
Oh damn. And what'd you do?
I was finna say I'm not gonna ask Sandra what she did, but she probably wouldn't tell us if she did it anyway or not. You think she would? Billy probably would say it, but Sandra ain't gonna say it. Sandra, what'd you do? Did you pee on me or not? That's nasty. That's just nasty.
That's crazy. People like all kinds of different stuff. So we're gonna keep going. Move on. Dive on in.
I didn't get it together yet, but as we progress, I have some other stuff. I have a button that's gonna come that I ordered. Every time you hit the button gonna say bullshit. I wish I had that button right now.
Bullshit.
Because Sandra say I did it.
Bullshit.
Sandra say I did it.
Bullshit.
No, Sandra.
Nasty.
Okay.
We got some good fans on here.
We got some good fans.
You know we got true and real fans. This is what this man wants about. Being real, raw, and relevant and true. Okay, hats off to you. Piss off, girl.
Yeah. I mean, for each his own, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, not for me.
No.
But the reason this came up is because what's off limits? So Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Scottie Pippen. Well, let me back up. Scottie Pippen and Mike Jordan. Everybody knows they were on the Bulls. They won 3, 4, 5 championships together. They were supposedly close back then.
Right.
He was married to Larsa Pippen.
Okay.
They got divorced. Larsa Pippen is now dating Marcus Jordan, which is Michael Jordan's son.
Damn.
You don't think that's off limits?
No.
I mean, of course they're both of age.
Maybe the dad and the friend, but not the son. The son can go on. I mean, if she want to go with the son, the daddy. If your best friend married your homeboy girl, that's probably off limits. But if your son married your homeboy girl, that's okay.
Yeah,
she's older than that boy though.
She's definitely older. I think she's like 40. No, she's in her 40s and he's like in his 30s for sure.
Yeah, so that's cool. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's cool. If the son married your friend's daughter, your friend's wife, ex-wife, it's an ex. But your friend, but it's your homeboy. I wouldn't marry my homeboy wife. I wouldn't do that. Or you date your homeboy girl.
That's two different dynamics.
But the son is different.
That's two different dynamics though. But like Camille says, yes, it is. That's like his uncle. And I agree with that point because
they grew up.
During that time,
they did.
He was at his house, and they were at each other's houses, backyards, barbecues, pool, and everything. So I don't think I can do that. I read that I don't think I can do that.
Hey,
I mean,
that ain't your real uncle. Ain't your real auntie.
Yeah, but still,
that ain't your real auntie.
And sources say that Mike Jordan and Pippen don't really talk to him anymore, anyways.
But they ain't got nothing. Michael Jordan is not marrying Scottie Pippen wife. The son is. They ain't got nothing to do with Mike. The son he want an older woman. He probably seen her. He probably walked in there. He was 12 years old. I'm visualizing right now. I'm visualizing 12 years old. He wandered in the bathroom. She was in the bathtub, in the bubble bath, drinking a glass of Chardonnay. Her titty pop out the bubble.
Oh.
The 12-year-old seen her. She looked at him. He looked at it. She looked at him.
Oh.
He looked at her.
Oh.
And he ran away.
Okay.
But then we got older. He visualized that titty he saw in that bubble bath.
He remembered that.
On it. He remembered that.
Oh.
And it was on.
Oh. Okay.
And she was vulnerable.
Okay.
For the young man because she wants some young.
Okay. So y'all heard the rationalization of DC the comedian.
That's what I said.
But I think I would talk to my son and tell him don't do it. I mean, look at how many women it is in the world. You don't have to go get Larsa. Auntie, I wonder if they're hanging out together and being intimate. He calls her auntie. How is she going to deal with that?
It's the daddy. Like, hit it, daddy, or hit it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
hit it, uncle.
I mean,
hit it, nephew.
Nephew. I mean,
hit it, nephew.
No blood relation, but
There's
still,
no blood. It's good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good with it.
So Sandra says, what did Sandra say? Oh, that was Camille. Jeremiah and Sandra both talking about the layout. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Larsa.
Well, you know,
and
Jeremiah
Marcus.
talking about the layout. You know, he gonna go in deep on the whole function.
Jeremiah, just so you know, we do have a camera for recording, but they didn't send a part to charge the battery, so we're using the phone again tonight. However, I'm going to get that
we're gonna be on
done
in the new studio.
Right. So that's You know, I'm telling you, I'm so interested in getting to these dive into this mailbag. But it's got me. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just do it right now. Forget it. I got time. We got plenty of time. What time is it? We got plenty of time. Let me jump into this mailbag. Get ready. Get your fingers ready because it's going down. I'm jumping into this mailbag. Let's see. Okay. This one says, TMV panel. Man, I'm glad y'all are back.
Thank you.
I love my wife very much, but unfortunately, we have a communication interpretation issue. She is very inquisitive and asks a lot of questions. I become defensive when I'm questioned because sometimes I feel it shows a lack of confidence or trust in me. My wife says I'm being too sensitive. There are times when I infer a negative tone. He's smart. Yeah, there are times when I infer a negative tone where there is none. It's really not one, but I do it anyways. And other times when I believe my perception is spot on. Sometimes I suspect she's unwilling to accept my answer if it does not match her thinking. Whoa. She comes from a family where correcting each other even over the smallest things is common. Damn. She's an educator, so questioning people is a part of her job. Mm-hmm. But I'm not her third grader. Look at that. In red. He says, but I'm not her third grader. My wife uses phrases that trigger. My wife uses phrases that triggers a defensive response. But I don't like confusion. I'm always the one who gives in. When I try to explain, it only makes things worse. When I choose to be more assertive, it results in more escalation. I am blessed with a spouse who is independent, strong-minded, and outspoken. But fellas, how can I develop a thicker skin so I won't feel like I'm second guessed every time she talks? Do you think I should speak up, and what should I say? Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right here. Mm-hmm. I like all our guys on that come with thing. This dude here, I'm used to people who just leave coming like 2 or 3 sentences. This nigga had a whole book. You got problems. I'm gonna let Mike handle this because I was lost a long time ago. But
so the audience is already speaking to it. So Sandra said, all women ask questions. That's what we do. Then Marlena said, hey Marlena, caught me off guard right there. Come back. You got a song from Marlena, okay? She says, learn to communicate effectively. She said, then Sandra says, he just can't, I got to figure this out. He just can't keep up with his lies.
Think he lying?
Why did Jeremiah just said, let John in? Tell John to look at his Facebook inbox.
He must be at the door.
Yeah, but I can do it from my phone. That's why I text him. But
anyway, Bruh, just pick him up and tell him what's going on. That's all I can tell you. All that talking you said, I can't get it. There's a lot of stuff you said, and it was like a whole lot. And maybe John can come in and say, because we gonna go back to all that again. That lot. That was a whole lot. We gotta keep moving.
I'll read it faster.
No.
Okay.
It just what you think?
I think I agree with. Well, got to look at it from a male voice point of view.
Okay.
So he's saying that he's trying to communicate, but she always gives a negative or infers a negative comment. So he's tried to talk to her, he's tried to communicate with her, but it doesn't work. It's always a backlash some kind of way. So I think that goes to, and this will go for everybody. Well, I'm going to say to the women that are commenting, this is not going to come out right, but I mean every word I say. You have to know how to talk to your man.
True.
You can talk to him several kind of ways, but you have to know how to talk to your man so that you don't feel minimized and he doesn't feel emasculated.
But first of all, you know your woman. So you know where she comes from. So you're going to have to know how to treat the whole situation. You might just have to just pick them big ball drawers up and just put your foot down and just tell her, listen to what I say.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there he is, the one and only Blue Chocolate. You want to make your interest? Come on in.
I wish I had crowd noise.
Yeah. He brings his own crowd noise.
What's up, man?
So yeah, coming in late, but he coming from work. You gotta respect the working man. So I'm gonna read this again, just for.
Lord, again.
I'm gonna
listen to this. Put your thinking hat on. This is whole
from the inbox, from the male voice inbox.
Okay.
Because
he says
he got big words and you come with big words too. Listen.
TMV panel, man, I'm glad y'all are back. He says, I love my wife very much, but unfortunately, we have a communication interpretation issue. She is very inquisitive and asks a lot of questions. I become defensive when I'm questioned because sometimes I feel it shows a lack of confidence or trust in me. My wife says I'm being too sensitive. There are times when I infer a negative tone where there is none. And there are others when I believe my perception is right on. Sometimes I suspect she's unwilling to accept my answer if it does not match her thinking. She comes from a family where correcting each other, even over the smallest things, is common. She is an educator, so questioning is part of her job. Bold letters, but I'm not her third grader.
She must be a third grade teacher.
Right. Oh, you guessed that?
Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you something. Good.
That's why it is prophetic gift.
Here's the stuff. My wife uses phrases that trigger a defensive response. Because I don't like confusion, I'm always the one who gives in. When I try to explain, it only makes things worse. When I choose to be more assertive, it results in more escalation. I am blessed with a spouse who is independent, strong-minded, and outspoken. But, fellas, how can I develop thicker skin so I won't feel like I am second-guessed at every turn? When should I speak up?
Yeah.
Look that way and tell him.
Yeah, you got to speak up because holding that stuff in. Now, let me disclaim. By all means, when you do speak up, keep in mind that your goal is to convey how you feel. So, kind of to disarm like some fire coming back at you because you're choosing to speak up now, kind of govern how you do what
as
you
in
do.
your tone.
Yeah, as you try to engage with whatever your unreadiness is or whatever that is. But you got to speak up, because if you continuously hold in and hold back and continuously bottle that stuff up, at some point you're gonna explode, and when you go off, then it's gonna be just like totally disruptive and totally destructive. So I would recommend that you take some time, calm yourself down or whatever you have to do, and then go ahead and address it, you know what I mean, in an adult manner. And I think 2023 has got to be the year of us having adult conversations.
That's why I said that like a true preacher.
Yes.
If we're gonna be in an exclusive relationship, I gotta be able to talk to you. If I can't be open with you and you my person, if I can't be open with you and express to you how I'm genuinely feeling and authentically feeling, or what you've done and what you do, how it causes me to feel, if I can't talk to you at that level, then we probably just don't need to be together. And I don't care if I didn't put a ring on it or if I just put the dang on it. Listen, we just gonna have to go ahead and let bygones be bygones and go and move around.
We need two things in 2023. With that buzzer about that, what you said, that buzzer.
Yeah, it's coming in there.
And we need when John speak after you get through, when the crowd applauds.
You need applause.
With applause, you hit the button.
Okay. They go applause button.
Because he right. He right.
And I've got to figure out how to make this thing only doing one camera because if it would work if I only had one. Camera, right?
He got to speak too. So you got to put
So that's what you said because this person is watching. Of course, I don't divulge who it is.
Okay.
But you said make sure that he basically does communicate.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Watch your tone. Mm-hmm. Don't curve your words.
Right.
Watch your tone.
Right.
You don't want to be malicious. You don't want to hurt her feelings. At the same time, you want to get your point across. You want to say what you feel.
And to that point, because you got to look at what the goal at the end of the day. The goal is for her to understand how you feel, how whatever that is that was done made you feel, and you got to try to put yourself on the front side. With however you address it on the front side, you got to try to foresee how you gonna say whatever you say, and after you say what you say, have you accomplished your goal? Have you successfully made her understand what you had in your head, or how you feel in your heart with her?
I think you should go take her and have some drinks, and then come back and then just tell her how you feel.
Well, she gonna blame that on being drunk.
No, anyway, Sandra say, "What about men?" Ask a ton of questions.
Yeah, I saw that question. I just didn't want to address it.
We don't ask no ton of questions.
I think men are more purposeful when it comes to questioning. If I don't have a reason to question you, I'm not questioning you.
Right. So we don't ask no.
And then some women, what's ironic? What's ironic is I had the conversation today. It was a joke for me though. I joked and I said, I forget what I said. Anyway, we're moving on. All right, but that's just one. Okay, no, because I said I was talking to a woman, and I said, "Why are you fussing?" And she said, "I'm not." And like, why did you think I was fussing? And I jokingly said, "That's what women do is they fuss." So, long story. All right, I'm moving on. What happened?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right.
Another long one.
Here's another. You saying it's long because you're looking at my phone.
Okay.
Email is short. Okay.
Please be some words that I know. Don't say no words I don't know.
This one is for you, Jeremiah. Pay attention. Pay close attention. A 14-year friend and co-worker of mine lost her husband of 37 years, a little over a year ago. Okay. I didn't think she was looking for love or companionship, but all of a sudden, she has met a younger man, and I'm concerned. I have observed several red flags, but I'm not sure if I should say something. Her deceased husband left her set. She owns a very nice home in Bel Air and another one in the country, a very nice one with a view of the lake in Conroe. Mm-hmm. This man has posted on his Facebook page a picture of his new cabin, which is hers, of course. Mm. I don't have any details regarding who else was at the cabin at that time. But I looked through his Facebook pictures and saw one of his daughter, who looks to be about 13, along with several pictures of a woman I assume to be his beautiful significant other, posing with him and his daughter. My friend does not have social media, so she has not seen this. On her birthday, he showed up at her door with a huge bouquet of flowers and balloons. She called a mutual friend of ours and bragged about the flowers and was all giddy. The scenario makes me sick and upset. And I know he'll eventually start asking her for money. Mm-hmm. What, if anything, should I do?
So that's the friend, the guy friend. Then a guy friend talking.
This is a woman talking about her female friend who's met the younger guy.
Okay. the guy is putting all these social media pages and all that, and the older chick has this and that. So what the friend should do?
Right.
It's hard because if the female friend of 14 years,
14 years,
if she come in and tell her friend maybe what the guy is doing or what she think the guy is doing, that female friend might take that as she's jealous or she's I don't know.
But
jealous.
what if she has proof?
If she has proof and bring it to her, sometimes people still we didn't see the story. Sometimes they still get mad because what if that girl, that woman, the older woman, her husband died, and she's looking for a younger guy or somebody to stroke that thing and do that thing, and he's helping her out on things, and she don't care about this. She just happy how she is. She don't want to hear what her friend has to say. You see what I'm saying? She might get mad if her friend come to her and say, "Girl, he doing this, he doing that." Well, I love him and the boo boo, but I'm seeing it. I know the dude juicing her ass.
So
Shoot, he getting them. He got the log cabin. He up there in the road. He like this.
He's at the cabin,
He
right?
at the cabin.
And
He
taking
at the
pictures.
cabin with the older chick with the money.
Let me jump to this real quick. Camille says, "I'm telling you, Tyra,
Come here. Even
Tyra,
if she get mad at you, that's a friend. She's a friend.
But look at this. On the opposite side of the coin, Tyra Nia, I know I'm saying your name wrong. She said he or she, I can't see the picture, simply says, I'm minding my business. I ain't saying nothing. All right. Then one more. Marlena says, this camera making me mad. It's making me mad. Marlena says, if it's my friend, I'm telling my friend. If it's just someone that I know, I'm minding the business that pays me. You roll.
Who?
Marlena says she go both ways. If it's my friend, I'm telling it. If it's somebody I barely know, I ain't saying nothing. But you got proof that the guy is
juicing her.
Yeah.
But then too, it might come out the back, girl, I thank you for looking out for me back then and saying that. But it can go both ways. She can hate her friend or she can like a friend. It depends on how that dude is treating her, if he's pushing all the right buttons. If he's stroking it right, if he's touching it right, if he's doing the right thing, she might be accepted. If he ain't doing the right thing and he ain't coming, she might be with a friend.
Yeah, I think just I'm totally kind of like in the clouds about it, but my premise is the same as with the guy that we kind of gave advice to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, best friend, if you engaged in to address it, then just kind of govern your words. You know what I mean? Try to do as much as you can to extinguish any offense or defense that your friend would take defense to or offense to and get defensive. Try to, hey, just maybe be inquisitive. Hey, how's your relationship going? Or, you know what I'm saying? Just be conversational about it.
Everybody's saying, most people are saying, tell her. But Shell says, first, ask her questions to see if she would want someone to tell her. Let me see. Okay, there you go, Shell. First, ask her question to see if you want somebody to tell her if they saw her man. If she says yes, pull out the pictures and show her. So question her first.
Or maybe.
But then look at this.
Pull out the picture. Hey.
And just let the phone down. Yeah, look.
Hey.
Let's say, hey, I was going to say Johnny, but I won't say Jamie. So I'll say, hey, Eric. Eric took a cute picture. Yeah. Look.
Did you see that?
Yeah. That's what you,
and just let that light.
Because we all have different sentiments. If it's my sister and I know her dude took a cabin at the house in the country that he ain't supposed to be at no way. Right. So yeah, I'm telling her, I'm checking him and telling her. But if it's somebody you barely know, I mean, you know him, but barely know.
Right.
Are you going that route? Because again, like DZ said, somebody will get mad at you for exposing their relationship.
Yeah.
So that's all you got on that one. I got what 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna read them all, but I got all of them. This one is entitled. It came in the inbox with the title of "Sick of This Shit."
Yes.
She said, "Sick of this shit." She said, "I mean, okay." Fellas talked me off the ledge.
Uh-oh.
My mother-in-law, that's when you put the oh right there. My mother-in-law, we'll just call her Gladys, was never really a good mother as her kids were growing up.
Go ahead. My bad.
Their words, not mine. We don't get along very well. She interjects herself in every part of my family's life, especially when some sort of crisis happens. Most recently, and why I write this letter, the death of my husband's father's second wife. Get it? The
No.
death of my husband's father, second wife.
Husband's father.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to start over.
Oh,
So
no.
she's married to a man who happens to have a father. He was married again, so his second wife.
Damn.
Her husband's father's second wife.
Okay.
You with me?
Yes.
Okay. Most recently, the death of my husband's father's second wife, Gladys came over to our house, which is the mother-in-law. Gladys came over to our house. She actually parked her truck in front of ours to prevent us from going to the funeral.
Damn.
When she acts like this, my husband just shakes his head and refuses to say anything. This woman has more than once come between me and my family. Should I confront her and my husband together? I feel like Gladys has her chance. Now is my place to check her. Yes, I've had this discussion with him alone. Please tell me if I'm being wrong and I should let this go, or if I should actually check them.
Check her. She'll put her
So-
in front of check her ass.
No. I hear what you're saying. I'm being devil's advocate for a minute. Devil's advocate for a minute. However, it's not easy to check your husband's mother because that's a whole nother bag of stuff. Right?
But listen. But if that's your husband, and you already know his mother was full of shit in the beginning. She just didn't get full of shit today. Yesterday, she been full of shit.
And you still respected her husband and didn't say nothing
But
to her.
now it's time, like we say, 2023. Now it's time to check. We got the husband, we got the other dude. He need to talk to his wife and speak up on it. You need to check their mama right now.
I don't necessarily know if I can agree with.
In a good way. Don't go in there, kick the door down, and say, bitch, no. Check her good.
You know, you gotta watch how you talk to my mama though.
No.
But
if I want to know, I wish I could find out how long they been married. The mama didn't. She ain't just started acting like that.
Right.
But you come to her a different way. I go to you first and talk to you and tell you this. You ain't doing shit.
She say she talked to him.
He ain't doing shit.
Right.
So now 2023, you gotta do shit. Check her. In a good way.
I think she needs to let him do it. Put fire up under him.
Put a key in his back. Do what you gotta do.
Put fire up under
Put a
him.
lock on it.
And whatever it takes. But I think you need to let him address that because that's his mother. Now, you the power broker between you and him though. So like you got to just use what you have as whatever your bartering tool may be. If it's the lockdown or if it's just an attitude, cold shoulder, whatever it is. But you need to let him address his mother, I think.
So let me catch you up, Sandra, real quick. There's a lady who has a mother-in-law. Her name is Gladys. She's always interfering in her son's business or whatever. So when when Gladys's ex-husband's new wife passed away, she went over to her son's house and blocked him in the driveway on purpose so that he couldn't go to the funeral. And the wife is asking, should she check her? Wrong, I agree. I agree wrong.
Marlena say, baby, my husband should defend me and check his own mother.
I think it's his responsibility.
It's his responsibility. She's got to be. You got to make him do it. Whatever it takes to make him do it, you got to let him do it because that has lasting problems. If you do it, it's going on and on and on. Then she's going to be like, y'all don't need to be together. She's going to be doing stupid stuff. Right. So you got to put the key in his back and make him do it.
That's going to be destructive, in so many different ways. But then, like, I don't think the main issue is the fact that she parked at the
She blocked him in,
stepmother. Yeah, blocked them in.
so they couldn't
from
go.
going to that. I don't think that's the main problem because for the wife, that woman is no kin to her at all, right? If I'm understanding how
Right.
that goes, that this is the husband's father's
Right.
ex-wife, right?
Right.
So that ain't gonna really. I don't think she had much emotion unless she knew the lady. You know
I mean,
what
maybe it's just a principle.
It's
How you gonna come block my driveway?
Right.
I'm,
So,
I'm
that's
old
what saying.
school. I
don't
get
think
funny when
it's-
somebody
I
parks
don't
in my
think it's
driveway.
the fact that they didn't get to go to that funeral that was so
Right.
problematic.
So she says she's always interjecting stuff in her
Yeah,
life.
right. It's that.
So
So there's been, like you were saying, there's been some other occurrences
Right.
that they let go on. You know what I'm saying? And so now,
I'm back to what I'm saying. My whole thing is it's too many XX down the line. I'm just.
it's just a it's her husband's
Don't score
father's
again.
ex-wife.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. Her husband's father's wife died.
Okay.
His-
I thought you said XX. I thought you said no.
No. Her husband's father's.
All right.
So her mother-in-law
Mother-in-law.
passed away,
I thought you said.
but her ex-mother-in-law don't like it. So she blocks him in the driveway.
Yeah.
Right? She ain't got the privileges no more. So yeah.
That's in the
So,
back of
so
that.
what are we saying? We saying I see Catherine said have a conversation. Everybody's saying have a conversation. I mean, I get it. I see. Who's on the Mail Voice page?
We are. I am.
Oh,
What you mean?
you commented on the Mail
I
Voice?
ain't coming on shit.
So that's what I thought. So it's okay. It's all right. Whoever you are, hey, what's going on? I'll figure it out sooner or later. So we agree that she should not talk to the mother. She should encourage her husband and pump him up to talk to your mama. You got to talk to your mama, or I ain't cooking nothing else in this house.
Ooh.
I ain't cooking nothing.
And I'm locking it up.
And I'm locking it up.
You ain't getting that extra. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I done locked it up.
Yeah, okay. I've got several more, but here's one more. We should dig in the bag a little more often.
Yes, we got to. Yeah, thank y'all for y'all comments.
please
Please keep them coming. Keep them coming because y'all got some good shit to say.
Is it shit?
Shit.
Okay.
Real shit.
All right, guys. My father has been widowed for 5 years. He has been dating a woman on and off for 2 years.
Okay.
My brother and I stayed away after college so they didn't come back home. We have never cared for her.
Okay.
But since we live 4 hours away in Dallas now, we figured if he's happy, then it's none of our business. I try not to be rude, but I simply do not enjoy spending time with her. I don't like the lady. I'm planning an out-of-town trip for my dad for a sports weekend. It's going to be my dad, myself, and my brother.
Ooh.
His brother, my uncle, used to play for the Boston Celtics, and he is a diehard, lifelong fan. I have been looking forward to it because I have 3 small kids. Getting away is not easily accessible. I bought all of the tickets for the game and for the hotel room, but now my brother has to skip the trip because of family medical issue with his in-laws. Dad has hinted I may as well bring Rolanda to take your brother's spot. I told him plainly, I expected this to be an us weekend. But like always, he was very cheeky. And I'm terrified he is going to show up with his girlfriend anyways. How can I impress upon him that I don't want her to use my brother's unused ticket because I do not like her nor want to spend the weekend with her?
Get to like this chick. If your daddy happy, he's happy. Get to like this chick.
yeah,
I mean, you ain't the daddy gonna be get to like this chick. If you don't like her, daddy like her, and if there's another ticket there, let the girl go. You got reservations about her. What did she do that you don't like? Is it because your mama gone and it's too soon and you think it's too soon? Get to like the girl. Did she sleep in mama's bed? Did she put on mama's gown? Or she sleep on mama's side and you found out whatever? Get to like the girl because daddy happy. Let the daddy be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got to look at it. Put the shoe on the other foot. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that when you kind of like in your adolescent, teenage years, you dated some guys and talked to some guys or some women that probably your father didn't really particular cut for. And if he's a daddy like me, you know what I mean? I got 2 daughters, and any Negro that they bring home, you know, I'm looking at them crying.
Yeah, growing the microscope.
You know what I mean? Because I mean that's my baby girl, and my daughters are the same way as it relates to women that I've dated or women that I may be talking to or something like that. They look at them, you know, like they got a stank on because I'm daddy. You know what I mean? And so, but at the end of the day, they had to, just like you have to, respect the fact, and just like your daddy would have to, if say like again, the shoe was on the other foot. Like if you date somebody, your daddy got to respect the fact that you grown. You can choose who you want to date.
So,
if he ain't worth the quality, if he ain't worth the song, shit,
you find out.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
Marlena has an interesting comment. She says her intuition may be telling her something about the girl, and if she paid for the ticket and the hotel, it goes to whoever she says it goes to.
Or tell daddy to bounce up some money then.
Yes.
So don't uninvite the lady.
Right.
Well, she wasn't invited. Her daddy just threw the hint that he was going to bring her.
Know this woman because this woman is in daddy life.
Now let me say, I did cut the email down, but there was a part in there. She says that the lady Olive had got the hint when she didn't invite her to the child's birthday party.
That girl being petty. Because what the girl do to her? What the woman do to you? 9 times out of 10, she can't take mama play whatever.
You know what? I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna email her back.
Yes, please.
And say,
so we can find out what did she
why
do?
don't you like her?
Why don't you like her? Did she come? Did she cuss you out? Did she not invite you to something? It's got to be something.
Thing, you know.
I mean, but do you ever have people you just don't like? I mean, they ain't done nothing to you. You can't say they done nothing to you. You just don't like them.
But you gotta find out. That's your daddy.
This is too close now. You know what I'm saying?
But mama died. Mama died. So what you want daddy to be a single for the rest of his damn life? He wants to drive
even
on.
if he's not single, he can still date.
He can still date.
Well,
they dated. They got. She didn't say he didn't come and say daddy for the married girl.
Right.
He's dating. He's out. Whatever. He ain't got a stable full of feet, and the daddy ain't got a stable. He got one chick.
So just so you guys know, Marlena says, "Dang, she don't like the lady," and Catherine says, "There's more to the story."
Thank you.
Yeah.
Camille says, "Sometimes the vibe and the energy is just off."
But get it back on.
I mean, there's sometimes I get along with pretty much everybody, but there's every blue moon I just don't like you for some reason.
Why
I just
you don't like you?
It's no reason. You
But
just
then you
rubbed
might-
me the wrong
but
way.
then
The
you
energy
might-
is just
But
off.
then you might find out later that hey, it's been times I say, no, dog. I'm gonna be honest, man. For that, I ain't cut for you, but you a cool ass dude, man. You funny, you good, man. You positive. At first, you came off high strong, this whatever. But when I got to know you,
Right.
you a good dude. Maybe she came out that. Maybe she came out this and that. Maybe she came out be demanding. But now get to know her and she go back. Miss Sheila, I did not like you at first. I didn't want you to brought my daddy this and that. But you a good person, my dad. Get to know the woman. Part 2. Please go to part 2.
I'm gonna email her. I'm gonna just reply back and ask, give me a reason why you don't like her. But it still doesn't negate the fact that she don't want the woman to use her ticket. Then she paid for the ticket, so she has the right to say who used
Well,
it.
then, I ain't going.
See, that's the thing too. What if she uninvites her, and then what if her dad say, "Well, I won't go"?
That's it. Now, if it's
now that's gonna rupture. That's gonna put a rupture
That's
in
it.
their relationship,
Okay.
right?
So that's what I'm saying. So she like
But if the Super Bowl was the Miami Dolphin game, baby, you can't go. I'm sorry.
you going up.
That's real ass. She bought the whole ticket. Can she come? She can't go there. Okay, let's go.
Look, I'm gonna move on real quick because
No.
we're running out of time. And this one I really want to talk about because I want the audience's input on this one. This one is one it's probably gonna make you mad. But here we go.
Make me mad.
Guys, don't be rude. And DC,
What?
guys, don't be rude. And DC, don't you smile, snicker, or grunt.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Mike, you already laughing.
Yeah, I know.
Because just
You already read it.
yep, because I already read it. So she off the top, she said, DC, don't you smile? DC, don't you be rude. And no, guys, don't be rude. And DC, Don't smile, snicker, or grunt.
Oh shit.
Look, they already know you.
Can I ask you something? Don't be mad. You gonna be mad if I say something.
Exactly.
Come on.
So here we go. Fellas, I had weight loss surgery 3 years ago, and I lost 134 pounds.
Okay.
2 years later, I traded addictions, and I became a problem drinker. During this time, I met an old college friend, but my drinking came between us, and we broke up. I stopped drinking 6 months ago. He randomly contacted me, and when he found out I had quit drinking, we had lunch and talked, and now we are dating again. After a consistent week of dating, he said, quotation marks, I noticed you are eating more than when we dated before. Have you stretched out your stomach? I said, no, John, don't do that.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do nothing. I'm good.
So he said,
Y'all making me. And she said, DC, don't you do nothing. And y'all two niggas doing the shit.
Listen, I'm just reading the letter.
Okay. Come on now.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. He said, I noticed you are eating more than when we dated before. Have you, it's so stupid. Have you stretched out your stomach? I said no, because I'm no longer drinking and now eat a basic 3 meals a day. He said, I sure hope you don't gain all that weight you lost back.
Dang.
My feelings are very hurt.
Yeah, I'm hurt.
And I'm even a bit angry. But I really do like him. What should I do?
Leave him alone. Leave him. Leave him.
Listen.
Leave him. That's
Listen.
simple.
That's
That's simple.
Don't put yourself through that.
Please. He had so many doggone questions. You can't even say nothing. Now,
He left you because you were drinking.
Right.
Now you just stop drinking,
and
and he comes back, and now you notice you picked up a few pounds or whatever. And then he had the audacity to say,
This nigga said, did you stretch your stomach?
I mean, that's why I'm laughing because
exactly.
Like the audacity.
And when I read it, I had to read it 2 or 3 times to make sure it was real. Did you stretch it?
What kind of man is that?
Well, I didn't know you even stretch your stomach.
But how many women have you asked? Have you ever stretched your stomach?
You stretch your stomach?
No, never.
I think
Hell no.
you're dealing with a dude who got some other kind of tendencies.
Leave him. That's simple as hell. Leave his ass alone because he worried about you gaining weight, whatever. That ain't right.
He is the stressor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
amen.
I'm gonna deal with a few of these comments real quick. All of them pretty much say the same thing, but I just want to so we can laugh about it. Let's see. Marlena is laughing at first, but then Sandra said, "What? Let's go." Marlena says, "This nigga gotta go." Camille says, "Immediately cussed out." Like you just gonna cuss him out. Natasha says, "Wait, what? Oh boy."
He's terrible.
Sandra had to say, "Leave his ass alone."
Marlena said, I would
Marlena say,
drink and just toss it on his enemy.
I'm gonna read these comments. I'm gonna read them right here.
I said too.
She said, "Cuss the fuck out."
Wow. Woo.
Blaine says, "Oh my God, why did she even answer him?" Natasha says, "Oh, I gotta go. Oh, he gotta go."
Right.
Catherine says, "Kick his ass to the curb." Bold letters, Consuelo Johnson. Hey, Connie. Connie says, "Run." Earth says, "Get rid of his ass." Natasha says, "He is the stressor." Let's see. Okay, I can go on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
But it's the ultimate response is leave him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
That was simple.
That's highly insensitive and highly disrespectful.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You shouldn't even be willing to put yourself through that. Again, like at this stage in the game, especially in the dating world, my personal experience is a single man, a single woman are in a very privileged and powerful position. You got both peace and freedom. And so if you are considering to give up that peace and freedom to engage with somebody in an exclusive relationship, you got to make sure that they value you because you're worth it. For you to compromise, or for you to not compromise, but for you to give up those particular essential values that I think are irreplaceable, like intangibles, freedom and peace of mind, you got to make sure that this person really values who you are, respects who you are, and genuinely loves you. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna really consider being with him like that. This dude, he don't really love you like that.
You're right. And no, Marlena, I don't have a pic of him. I cannot send you a pic of him. I can't show you a pic of him. You just want to rank on him, which I understand. I understand you just want to rank on. I mean, he's out of line for asking the questions.
Right on.
It tells me that he devalues you already.
Yes.
Because even if I don't know you, I'm not going to ask you those type of questions.
Right. I mean, there's so many questions I got about this guy. You know?
Yes.
How old are you, man? Because you can't be a real man, first off. You know what I'm saying? Not a mature man, I'll say. I don't want to get into all of that, but can't be a mature man because a mature man really don't even think that way. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
boy, I wouldn't
more
do that.
caveat,
So
you know?
he's asking her, don't get back to that size that you were.
No.
But
this don't matter about did you stretch your stomach.
Well, listen to the end statement. Listen to the end statement. He says, let me see. Let me get back
I
to it.
almost had a come apart.
He says,
Did you stretch your stomach?
the boy said, did you stretch your stomach out?
What's
Then he says,
the whole damn T-bone? Dinosaurs? Yeah.
okay, it's right here. He said, I sure hope you don't gain all of that weight back that you lost. Bruh, if your ass shouldn't have been wet, she should have just did what Marlene said, order a drink and just pour it on. I mean, I don't know if you're watching the show or not, but if you are watching it, trust me, you ain't got to deal with that. You don't have to deal with that. You don't have to accept that.
It's guys who accept you for whoever you are. Baby, please.
It's guys that like these women.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you
Sure not.
But
I'm glad that you have stopped drinking or drinking responsibly, but you don't have to accept that just for a man or just for attention or anything like that. As John said, this man, I had a friend growing up, my partner, still to this day. What is it, boy name? Orlando, if you were under 300 pounds, he wasn't interested. He likes bigger boned women.
But she might not be big.
I'm just saying in general. For whatever reason, just so you know,
My brother.
There's some people out there that will accept you just like you are. John said you got to be too something to do something. Yeah. Okay.
Hobble on there, John. Hobble on there.
Oh boy. Do you see you got issues this week? You got an issue this week?
I got an issue this week.
Well, hold on. Let me play the little intro because I got the whole little intro, so I want to play it. What's your issue, DC?
I got an issue. My issue is people who just jealous of people. It was a killing in Third Ward last week, and the killing was about a friend. Guy killed his friend.
Oh, wow.
Shot him in the head.
Wow.
In the store. Jealousy. In the store. Jealousy. I mean, if you and your boy come up and me and you boys, you come up, I'm gonna dap you. That's just me. I'm dap you, proud, whatever. I'm proud of you, whatever. To have you come up here, it's just so jealousy. The whole issue I have is friends who jealous of their friends. Let that stuff go. If you out there slanging, you out there stealing, you out there making money, you out there scamming, and you're not doing nothing, and your pockets is light. Do something about your situation. Go get a job. Do something about whatever. My whole issue is stop trying to kill your friend over what he's making and you not getting. That's my issue.
Fair enough.
That's my issue.
Fair enough.
I'm just tired of friends killing friends. And what I heard was it was partners. They were partners. Knew where the money was. Knew everything. It was partners. When the store killed him, shot him in the head. Pop.
Wow.
And make a bad point about it is he got caught last night. The people he got got shot up and ran into a train and got caught last night.
Wow.
Killed his partner. We grew up together.
Wow.
So let your friend be friend. Do what they gotta do. If you want to do whatever, they got issues.
Wow.
I get it. That's DC issue. So we're out of time already. However, next week we'll go through some of the stuff that I didn't get to go through this week. One of the things we got to talk about is recognizing the stages.
Oh.
The stages of talking, dating, courting, engagement, marriage. Recognize the stages. So there are some things that you should not present when you're just talking. Like if I take you out to eat, to have dinner, you shouldn't be questioning my credit score and stuff like that on our first meeting.
Right.
It's a certain time that you should question it, if ever. There's some things you don't have to ask a man how much money he makes. If you see him, every time you see him, he just looks like nothing. Not a black man, because we wear our money most of the time, right? So there's certain things we're going to talk about next week, along with other stuff. Like, what questions are you asking when you go on a date? This is why you don't know stuff. You don't give them the interview. You always get the representative. That's just a couple things. I didn't even go through the whole mailbox. There are 4 that I didn't even go through, and I may be getting more. Send more. You see scrolling at the bottom of the screen how you can send us an email about anything. Of course, I don't tell your name, just as you've seen tonight. I don't share your name or your image or likeness or anything like that. So you'll be totally anonymous. And so DC can cuss you off if you want to. You won't even know it's you. So just keep going on. And thank you for telling us, DC, don't laugh, don't grunt.
And I didn't do it. Yes.
I'm sorry. I read a thing
You
about
should have
25.
told them Negroes not to do it. I didn't do it. I did good.
So, yeah, good show. Thank you all for joining. John White got the closing words.
Hey, well, thank y'all for joining us tonight. I apologize for being late, but Mike gave me permission to still come on. He's the boss. Thank you, boss. But no, we really thank y'all for your support, and thank you for joining us tonight. Hey, look, let me give a little parting word again, just kind of to piggyback on what we've already been talking about. Like, find you somebody, if you're going to give your time and your heart and open your heart to and anytime we open our hearts with the potential of being vulnerable. You know what I mean? There's an embracing of being vulnerable, an embracing of vulnerability that you have to be willing to engage when you open your heart. So if you open your heart to anybody, just be sure that individual is going to take you seriously. You know what I mean? And I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but that was a little seed dropped in my spirit, just to drop that out to our viewing audience tonight. Just make sure that you guard your heart and value your peace, value your freedom, because those are some commodities that you really don't get back if you give those things away. God bless you.
I like that. I wish I need to contact Kermit so I can figure out what the Cash App thing is again, because somebody should sow the seed to John for that word right there.
Yes.
He should have sold the seed.
Yes.
You know, we'll be back next week, y'all. Same time, same place, 7:00 right here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. It's always going to be real. It's always going to be raw, because we are the male voice. Oh, we supposed to say that together.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Okay, fine.